I'm Dawn, also known as Mitten Wolf.
And there goes Diablo, the devil kitty. And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the net at wolffarms.net. We have a scent of the month every month, and for the month of September, it is Apple Crisp. So you get 25% off that and everything else in our shop that is scented in that fragrance, such as soaps, lotions, bath salts, candles. We got the works on sale, 25% off. We still are running our clearance to clear out some of the old fragrances that we have, that we're going to close those out to make room for new fragrances. And so swing on by. Those are 50% off, so if you wanted to stock up on some of our scents that are going out of the shop, then that would be a good opportunity for you.
And that is limited on each scent.
Yeah, we do limit it just to kind of make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get some of that. So swing on by, check that out. I'm sure you'll find something you will enjoy. I want to thank new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. We'll probably have a quick podcast today.
Yeah.
Only a
We've
couple
been keeping it
segments.
short and sweet for you.
Yeah, we don't want to take up too much of your time. So, what's on our list of segments today?
Those include Farm Happenings, In the Coop, Flown the Coop, Squeal Like a Pig, and Roundup.
Yeah.
So Farm Happenings.
That's it.
Farm Happenings. Well,
Yeah.
Jimmy and I have been driving, going more long distance driving, in windy roads. And yeah, I actually got him the other day because he literally, I want to pull over. I want to pull over.
Yeah, you went a long way. I didn't realize
Yeah.
you'd gone that far, but yeah, so.
So
Yeah.
I hadn't been on the road in quite a few years, so that worries him when I say, well, I really don't know where I'm going, but just keep going.
Thanks to GPS, you always find a way home.
Well, I mean, I know years ago I drove this road and it's kind of windy and,
Yeah,
there was
it's-
a lot of traffic because it was commuter time and...
Yeah, he doesn't like to go like the best time of day when traffic is light. He likes to wait till the late afternoon when everybody else is driving. So, that fits in with his schedule.
Yeah, he got the full wham bam, but he literally, I want to pull over.
Yeah,
So.
he's got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Wait till I take him down to LA. That's talk about a fun, fun drive. That one will be.
Nobody likes driving down there.
No, it's just more crowded. Let's just say so. So yeah, one of these days I'll actually take
Word I
him.
was gonna
Yeah, well, I know. I'm being podcast friendly with my choice of words. So yeah. Anyway, so he did pretty good there. And
Yeah.
what's wrong?
So then,
Wow, I must have some on my face.
yesterday we went and because we have 3 PetSmarts within 20
Driving distance.
5-mile radius.
Yeah, there's.
So we went to each one because it's National Adoption weekend. So we found out when they were doing it and the time. So I had him do all the driving to each one of these, and
These saw pets.
we saw pets.
These are all rescues. We've
Yeah.
had our experience with rescues, aka Sadie, our nutcase that
Yeah.
she wigs out on pretty much everything. So we had a thunderstorm here this last week, and it kind of resets. She does good for a while, and then she starts being more like family dog friendly. Not
She was
issues.
born and raised in a kennel.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to do a designer dog, which it seems like on Craigslist that's all they're trying to do, which they're mutts, I'm
okay.
going to go on my rant.
So, but anyway,
yeah.
so she is a rescue, and so we got her from this place, and she was 5 years already, so pretty much set in her ways. So you can't really untrain her too much. We've done good with her because we've had her for a number of years, but still there's things that trigger her to kind of regress back to her initial state.
Yeah.
And thunder is one of those. And out here in the desert, we get thunderstorms in the evening sometimes,
Or
and
my phone, if it makes any sort
beeps or
of buzz.
whatever. Well, your phone, that's not as bad as Thunder. Thunder really sets her off for a long period of time. So we had some of that, and so that's when you go to these pet adoption things, a lot of them are just the shelters that are trying to get the dogs new homes. My only issue with the I just want to say, the out our way, the pet adoption places, if they truly wanted to find a good home for these dogs, they wouldn't charge so much. I don't get the fees that they charge.
Yeah.
I can see that you want to charge a fee to make sure that the people are truly interested in the dog and that they're going to care for it. Or you could go out and do a site visit to make sure that their home is suitable for animals, and you don't get a odd sense about what's going to happen. But don't do both. And the prices, if they have these many dogs that need homes, then don't charge exorbitant prices on dogs that are 10 years old. Yeah. These are dogs that they're just looking for another home, but the amount that they charge for them is ridiculous. Yeah. And so, I'm kind of thinking, if you want to charge to make sure, if you don't want to go out and do a site visit, that's one thing. But even then, the amount that they're asking, $150 and up for these dogs that are, as old as maybe 15 or, there was some pretty old ones there. Just my rant. I think if you truly wanted to get some of these dogs homes so that you're rescuing them from the shelter, that you put it at a price that's not you can go buy a new puppy for that much.
Right.
And then you have a dog that you can train from the get-go, and not a dog that's 15 years old and, that I just don't get it. So maybe if you guys are involved with that, you can shed some light. But for me, it's kind of a loss that if you're truly wanting to find homes for them, you would put the price.
I know a lot of them are trying to recoup their prices for any kind of veterinary care, but...
Well, I get that, and I know that the place that we got Sadie, they get a lot of donations. So the food, a lot of the food is just donated. They get donated food from PetSmart and a variety of places. So they get a trailer load of food for the animal. So the food's one thing, that it's kind of covered. And I understand some veterinary expenses, but when you have a 15-year-old dog, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you rather just want to find it a good home where the new owners could take care of any veterinary needs? You're not going to... They run it like a business. I understand that. And you got to recoup your costs. I understand that. But you make more in volume if you lowered the price, right? You can get rid of more animals, not find new homes. There are people out there that want dogs, but when you put a $300 price tag on a 10-year-old dog, you're kind of like, really? I can go get a puppy for that much, and then I can at least train him. Because like I said, we got Sadie, and she's kind of, she's set in her way. Well, I was going to say set in her ways. After 5 years, they're kind of there. So, enough of my rant.
See, you didn't even let me do the whole rant about the designer dog.
Well, that's a whole different issue. But, I'm sure if we went back, the next time they had it, a lot of the dogs that were out there will come back again, just
they're
because
gonna be there.
That's
it's
so. I know, and that's just, it is what it is. So. Sorry about that.
See, you never know what you're gonna find on this podcast. Things just come out.
Yeah, you get a little piece of my mind there.
Well, it'd be interesting that if there's anybody out there that does, rescues. It's different fostering than these rescue organizations, too. There's a big difference there, because we won't go into the whole...
Well, kind of back to my whole... Wouldn't the price be all the same if you're trying to recoup your cost? Mm-hmm. And not I'm going to charge more for the bigger dog than the little dog. No. They sell by pound. That sounds like pretty bad, but that's kind of how it was. The bigger dogs cost more,
Well, and we've been to this Pet Mart adoption before, where the next day they raised it $100.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't.
It's like, well, you didn't sell it yesterday for, It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, usually it reduces, but anyways, enough of my thoughts on. because I really would like to see all those dogs find good homes.
Right.
And I think the big issue here is you see everybody, looking at them, but then when you see the price tag on it, it's like, it's going to cost you, when you get animals, it's going to cost you. And so right out of the gate, if they're going to throw a big number at you and you're going to have to go over that, and you could start with a puppy with that much, why wouldn't you just go for the puppy that you can train? That's that's enough of my thoughts there.
Yeah.
So, but you didn't find
No.
find anything.
No.
So I know we're still kind of looking around, but
Yeah. And I think I'm still on I don't know if I'm ready.
no rush.
Yeah.
It'll happen when it happens.
So you've been working on...
Yeah, we kind of alluded to that last week, in that I've been working on my car. There's my car. The newer cars nowadays, it's all electronic control, and in the transmission on my car, there's a little sensor that tells the car how fast you're going. Well, that sensor happened to go out, so my car would not shift. That's not a fun drive when you're going in first gear, and so I had to disassemble part of the transmission just to get to the control little sensor thing. And then because of the way this is a piece of the security in the car, you can't just go out and buy that part. It's like a anti-theft thing. If you take that and put it in a car that doesn't recognize it, then it doesn't let the car go or something. So you can't get the part without taking it to the dealer, and I'd rather just do it myself. So there's a place that rebuilds these modules. So
I didn't know.
see, Dawn's learning something here. It's all the details I don't usually provide, but
It's not working.
Yeah, no go. So anyway, I had last week, and I had pulled the transmission apart and dropped out the electronic, module. It's like this whole circuit board thing that controls all the valves and stuff. So I pulled that out and I shipped that off to this place that does a rebuild on it. Lifetime warranty, just in case it happens again. So take it out, sent it down there, and they received it, fixed it, had it shipped out in the same day. So they're really quick, good service. So wow, that's pretty cool. They're in LA, but it's easier for me just to spend $6 to ship it down than to spend 2.5 hours at drive time and $20 in gas to go down and drop it off to them. So that was kind of my decision, when I was like, oh, should I drive it down or not? I'm like, nah, just ship it down. So they got it turned around pretty quick. And so this weekend I got all that put back together. I was waiting on new seals, gaskets, that sort of thing. There's a bunch of accessory things that you need to replace when you take the transmission apart. Seals won't reseal once you take them off. So I was waiting on all those parts. So everything came in on Friday, and so I've got the transmission back together. There's one thing I was waiting on Saturday, and that came in, and I was able to get it all fixed. So the car's driving good. So did the road test. Had to wash it because it's been sitting collected dust in the garage for the last. This has been 2 or 3 weeks. So happy day. Got my car back. I can drive it now. Because I've been using a different car that we got from your mom and dad, and the mirror fell off the windshield. The lights flicker on when you're driving. It's kind of like Christmas almost, because the switches are going out. The window doesn't roll down. The whole thing. It was entertaining driving that car. Needless to say,
they had gotten a new car, and they gave this to Jimmy for when he starts driving, But
it's really entertaining to drive. So anyway, I drove it for a day, and then I decided to use alternate to get around.
We will walk.
But anyway, car's all up and running. So I'm happy camper. I can get to where I need to go without issues. So, but. Fun stuff. That was my week. So, into the Coop, I guess, right?
Yeah.
No,
We're just done. What's that? We got a joke.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
If you can remember it.
I don't know which
I was
show.
just texted from a blonde.
Oh, you're going to do
See, I am so bad at telling jokes.
Yeah, she's not the... we didn't prep for this, otherwise I would have known.
Do you remember it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a text from a blonde the other day, and I was reading this. Just someone said, "What does IDK mean?" And the guy, and I text back and says, "I don't know." And she goes, "That's funny because nobody else knows either."
I love
So
our
I
pastor.
I apologize to you blondes out there. I was not planning on joking.
Hey, I figured if it was okay if our pastor tells it to us at the service. So
Yeah, he always has a joke. So
Yeah.
and that was his joke. He says he hasn't been saying enough blonde jokes because nobody sighed when he said I have a blonde joke. So so anyways, so what's in your coop?
no, she said OMG.
Oh yeah, she said, OMG, nobody else knows either, or something like that. So, all right.
That's your funny for the day. Monday fun day. So in the coop, did you want to hear the knitting? It's
Yeah.
the same old stuff.
That stuff.
So if
It
you
is
did watch last week, that's it.
Yeah.
done.
Fast forward to the end. Go shopping at our website while we talk about our knitting projects.
So I really thought I would have this done. This is the featherweight cardigan. Let's all say it together. By Hannah Fettig.
This is your lace weight knitting.
Lace weight knitting sweater.
Chugging right along.
And this is practically all I knit on, and I still didn't get it done. My knitting time is just gone lately.
Yeah, well, with you carting Jimmy back and forth, when he gets his driver's license, life will be a little bit better because you'll have more time.
Yeah.
You'll worry more, but at least you won't have to cart him back and forth.
Yeah, then the knitting will tighten up. So I did finish the sleeve. Got that all bound off. And then I picked up all the stitches for the sides, around the neck, and then the other side. So it is really bunched on here, and you're supposed to do 3.5 to 4 inches. So we have about 3 inches.
Yeah,
so
you're getting there.
it's like, so close.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Oh, it definitely will be next week. I didn't have time to, and I've been fighting a migraine the past few days. So it's like there was no knitting, because it's like, you just keep your eyes shut and hope you don't puke. So that's in my brown dog bag. Love this little Chihuahua bag. And that's going to be out of that bag.
Yeah, that's going to fly. That's going to
fly next week. I literally had it on my Flown the Coop for this week. Projecting, hopeful. And I had to move it back into the coop.
We'll see if you get that flown in the coop, then you can cast on your September rain.
Yeah, and that's already in my Sew For You bag.
It's inching closer to the knitting couch.
Like, I want to.
So close, but that'll drive you to finish that. So
that's what was driving me this week,
I know.
and I'm like,
lights at the end of the tunnel there because you're getting really close. So
yeah,
that'll be a happy day, huh?
Yeah, and then I'll need to block it. So then in my Kicks and Giggles Chihuahua bag, I have Japanese Garden Shawl by Wendy D. Johnson. This was a pattern gifted from Strickland 66. That's what it looks like all blocked. She really doesn't have good pictures on here. Because it really doesn't show the beauty of the shawl on any of these. So this is with some hand spun that TG Knit sent me. Really pretty.
I like that color. It's a rosy.
It's a red, well, I know red. Pink is in red, but I mean, it's got a lot of red tinge, more so than like
just a
pink.
rose.
Yeah. anyways, I only did about an inchish on this because it's big. You can see it's all bunched because you start with the maximum number of stitches. So
See, it just goes quicker and quicker as you finish that way.
yeah. And for the charts, I got to wear my
Your
glasses so I can see what's going on.
You have to zoom in on your iPad, huh?
Yeah. Well, I do that anyways, but I still have to, the little symbols, because the knit 2 together and the knit 3 together, there's only one little added little line, and you really don't see that little line.
Go through and color code it, so then at least it's also...
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wow, look at that. Imagine that.
And
Easy reading.
Yeah.
So just highlight one of them. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I highlight real big the row that I've already done, so I don't screw up and do the row
for those people that are having issues with their eyesight.
And on my shawl, I do put markers for each repeat, so I know in between, because when I get to watching TV or whatever I'm doing, sometimes you'll forget that yarn over or whatever, and it's like, oh wait, there should be something else here, because...
Yeah, you figure it out pretty quick when you're reading your knitting.
Yeah.
See, I learned how to do that.
Yeah. So I think. Oh no!
Got your knit.
I have my
spinning. Is that flown the Coop yet? Because are you still
the spinning? The singles are done.
Oh, that's right.
I finished the singles yesterday, and this is Friends in Fiber BFL silk. BFL silk. That's the Tennessee way to say silk. So, yep. So I finished all my singles, and now I'm ready to chain play it. So that's going to be fun.
Kind of funny because Dawn sets 15 minutes aside for spinning, right? And so yesterday she was spinning, and she hit her 15 minutes, and she had this little bunch of fiber left, and she had to justify finishing it off. I'm like, just finish it off. There's only a little bit left. Go ahead and spend 17 minutes spinning.
I know, because it wasn't that much longer. It was maybe, but it was like, oh, well, I'm done. I am a very scheduled person.
Yes, she
is. So it's like...
I was chuckling because I'm like, there's a little wad of fiber left, and I'm like, so she finished it. But I was kind of chuckling because I could see the dilemma going on up there. It's like, I'm at my 15 minutes, but I only have a little bit left. Should I invest 2 extra minutes into the spinning today or not? So.
Well, it's true. I'm just with Jimmy's schedule and, taking him, I've totally had to rearrange my whole schedule. So I'm just now getting it to where it's like, okay, I got other, rearranging things, and something else was going to come up this week, and I'm like, I just can't do it. It's okay to say no to things.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard. But yeah, so.
Okay, well, that's coming along. It'll look good.
That'll be fun.
Your 15 minutes a day, I'll start playing it. Huh?
Yeah, because I think the other that I just got done chain playing, what was that? The Twisted Fiber Strands. I want to do that Tan House Brook shawl with that. I think that'll be really, really pretty.
Awesome.
Don't you guys just get all excited? You see these patterns, you have these patterns, you have the yarn in the bag.
Calling out for you, and then you have lace weight knitting just slowing you down.
But see, I know a lot of you would just say, well, cast it on. Why not have 20-some projects? That would drive me insane. Yeah. Do you see how 2 bags come over here? And I have socks in my purse.
There's times you get cast on itis and you end up with 5 or 6 projects.
And then it is immediately I stop and it's like I knit on one thing because it's like.
That's the way the gears turn.
Yeah, it's like it's so fun sitting there because I know there's a month where you cast on one new thing a day.
Well, I can imagine what that'd be like for you.
Yeah, No. See, there we go again. Just say no. The PSA for today.
Yeah, you're so funny.
I know. But
Well,
It's good to smile.
yeah.
It's
Enjoy your knitting.
Smiling's what we do best. It's almost time to dig out Elf.
Time for some spaghetti with syrup on it.
Yeah. That'd be the only way to eat it.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So I guess we should move on into Flown the Coop.
I actually had a Flown the Coop. It's that yarn bowl I showed. I didn't show it last week, or maybe even the week before, because I had finished it up for the most part. I just ran into, with the car issues that I've had over the last 2 weeks, it's kind of taken up my time. But I did last weekend find some time to go through and finish up the clear coating and the sanding and all of that stuff on the yarn bowl. So that went into the shop and was purchased. So, but that did fly the coop, and so now I've got to start working on another one for the next project. I've got it glued up. I just need to get it on the lathe and start working on that. But that did fly the coop, and it turned out really nice.
Yeah,
I'm
it's really pretty.
Yeah, that was fun.
So unique, and
yeah, it was fun.
well, each one you've done has been
I try and not
one
make.
of a kind.
Yeah, I try not to make them all the same.
Well,
so
just like I don't really repeat the same pattern unless it's that one cow thing. I really like what the Appia.
Yeah. Well, there's certain. I mean, even if I was trying to duplicate, it would always be a little different because it's all handcrafted. It's all done by hand. So I don't have templates. I don't have computer control. It's all done by hand. So I can get pretty close to like style wise, but it's never going to be 100% the same. Plus, I ship them off, so I can't really say, "Ooh, what did I do on that one?" So, and my memory doesn't work. So, so they're always going to be unique. But so that was fun. So now that the car's done, I can probably get the next yarn bowl onto the lathe and start working on that one. It'll be an oak one because I've done the maple, I've done the walnut, I've done the maple walnut. Now I'm going to do an oak one. I've done some cherry maple stuff. So I just kind of mix it up. I grab out of my mountain of hardwood that I got in the garage and slap it together and see what I get. So part of the
doesn't do it like that.
I make it sound so simple.
Of thought going
Yeah,
into
I make it sound so simple. If it was only that easy, I should probably document the steps that I take to go through making one, just so I could kind of run through all of the, because it's probably 6 hours at least, 4 to 6 hours on these things. That last one I did took longer because the way it was made with the laminated wood and then all that other stuff. But it takes a lot of time. So I mean, I hate charging as much as I do. But I have to kind of take that into consideration. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Artistic endeavors. So. I guess that, are we in a roundup already?
No.
Oh, no, Squeal like a pig. Ah,
Squeal like a pig.
You got some prezzies, huh?
Yeah, from Rosie Retro Tabs, all the way from across the pond, and beautiful cards. And
Cool.
see, they're bagged up because of Little bitty kitty. They're,
You're watching Orange is the New Black. Here's Red.
So she sent this awesome bag. It's a little cupcake bag, and I love this fabric. Look at that. It reminds me of a 50s retro pattern.
Is that a notion bag?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Isn't that cute? And even the little ribbon there has cupcake. So, and then some beautiful stitch markers that look like little flowers. And some tea. So that was just a sweet little package, and
nice of her.
yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's my buddy.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tabs. So yeah.
All right. Well,
Are we done?
I think
I
so.
know there's always stuff.
There's always
we can
more.
yap about.
You go, just turn us off now. No, I'm just kidding. Wait till next week. We'll have more good stuff for you.
Yeah, I do need to dig out my. I'm feeling the mitered square mojo coming back too.
Yeah.
It's usually when we get a little cooler. We're in the 90s now.
Yeah,
so.
it's pretty warm out there.
So it's like
You've been collecting your mini
that again.
Your mini schemes. You've been getting enough of those.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And this is the one where I'm going to go ahead and just
use up everything.
Yeah, because I've already done a huge one of these. That covered our whole house. As Stony Brook said, she says this one I'm making a cozy for Finland.
No, Finland cozy.
And then Greenland's going to be next. They may need to do the Hexy Puffs.
Oh.
No, I tried them. I don't like those. Those are perfect cat toys, though.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, Weasley loves them as cat toys. So if you have your Hexy Puffs and they kind of went down the toilet because you're thinking, why in the world would I sew all these little bra inserts together, It's well, that's what it just reminds me of. It's what I think of when I look at them things,
That's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Cats
love
them, though.
Cute, yeah.
Cat approved.
I mean, I love the thing all together. Mm-hmm. But still, I always think when that's together, could you really use that? Because you tie the ends, that's an 8. Is it 8 or 6-sided hex?
I think it is 6.
Even so, you tie the ends together. So how well... and then you're going to have holes. It's not going to...
It's okay.
I don't get it.
It's okay. The cat loves them. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I see it being more as a mat thing.
Yeah. Call it a kitty puff and not a hexy puff.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Hex, excited.
Yeah.
So, kitty puff.
Kitty puff.
Yeah. When the kitty steals and hides all of the ones, then you make more. Because our cat does that.
Yeah, we just need to move the couch.
Klepto kitty. All right. Well, I think that about does it, right? Mm-hmm. We done. So remember, you can get a free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order at wolffarms.net. Just ask for that in the comments section when you're checking out, and we will be happy to stick that in with your order when we're shipping that off. Don't forget, we have our 50% off clearance sale going on through the end of September, and then at the end of September, all of those scents will be gone. So this is going to be, we're going to clear out the inventory, and we've got new stuff curing now, and so that'll be rolling in October. So just in time for holiday season. We got our fall scents curing now as well. So we did discontinue candy corn, but that's coming back as well. Just a heads up, Dawn's favorite. So. So I think that about does it for this podcast.
Yeah. So until next time,
let's get cracking. Hatch a net.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.